and I kept telling myself, I'm happy to be alive, I'm happy to be okay.
Police are still investigating a shooting earlier this week at the Tanger Outlets in the Westgate Entertainment District in Glendale. Police say a 17-year-old suspect fired at 2 other teens. One of those teens was also armed and began firing back. A 4-year-old little boy remains in critical condition and is undergoing treatment at a nearby hospital.
22-year-old Patty Dishon was working that night, and sadly, it's not her first time experiencing a shooting scare at work.
Here's Team 12's Erica Stapleton with her story.
I don't want to die is like the main thing that was going through my head.
Patty Dishon was getting ready to finish her shift, working alone at Leggings Park.
A cop came into my store with like the biggest rifle I've ever seen, and he was like, lock the door and hide.
Glendale police say 2 teens shot at each other in the center of the outdoor mall, injuring themselves and 2 others, including a 4-year-old child. Patty grabbed her keys, locked the door, and ran to the back of her store, snapping this picture from her hiding spot.
And all I could think was, I can't believe that this is happening again.
Patty also works at the Arrowhead Mall location, and back in January,
I got a text message from my manager telling me that we were on lockdown because someone tried to fire a weapon.
In that case, Glendale police say no shots were fired, but police did arrest one of the food court employees who allegedly came into the mall with a gun.
I was flabbergasted, honestly. One, by like the fact that that could happen, and 2, honestly, the lack of security.
The shooting at Tanger, meaning she's endured 2 gun-related lockdowns in less than 4 months.
Young kids were involved, and on top of that, an even smaller child was injured, and it broke my heart.
I'm catching Patty before she heads into her first shift back since the shooting.
My boss told me that I can take breaks if I need to, lock the doors, take a second to breathe.
Still stunned by the reality that this has happened to her twice.
Not only are these kids thinking that it's okay, but that like this is happening right now. Especially so close to home.
Patty says she's anxious to be back here at the Tanger Outlets, and she'll have her mom and boyfriend on speed dial. But she's determined to keep coming to work because she wants to save money to buy a house. We're in Glendale. Erica Stapleton, 12 News.